Good evening, everybody. This is Robert Margell, 518. Welcome you back to another edition of the 1985 season replay, now switching over from payoff pitch to inside pitch. Today's date is August 14th, 1985, and we are at the Kingdome. The California Angels take on the Seattle Mariners in tonight's game. Show you the standings right now in the American League West. The California Angels have 54 wins. The Mariners have 57 wins. So right now, California is 3 wins back of the Mariners for third place in the division. The Athletics right now are 2 wins ahead of the Mariners for second. So this is an important game as we move closer and closer into the pennant race in this season, as Bears Den 007 is first to join us at the Kingdome. We should have a good game tonight. It will be, a Steeler fan joins us here as well at the Kingdome. Good to see you there, sir. And this is August 14th, and the funny thing about this date is actually this is where I think we started the 1994 restart. I think we started that season on August 11th or 12th of that year. So we have actually now reached the point where I started the restart, although we're still going to do every other day until we get to 2 weeks left in the season. Then it will be every day, the last 15 days of the year. And I will be choosing the most important games of that bunch. I will no longer do a random schedule block. Starting pitcher for the Mariners in this game tonight was Mike Moore, 17-10, a 3.46 ERA. He was the Mariner ace at that time, so he gets the call tonight for the Mariners here at the Kingdome. This is an important game between these two, so let's get right to it. Leading off for the Angels will be center fielder Gary Pettis. He gets the call. Batted .257 against in 85. I realize playing inside pitch, I don't have to say right or left. Moore's first pitch is a 5-4. That is a double question mark. And a 1 on both sides. That 10 is too high, so that becomes a blank. Pettis will swing 4-6, and he flies out to left. And that is out number 1. Here is the first baseman, Rod Carew. Best Jewish hitter in baseball history. Sorry, Hank Greenberg. Carew batted .280 that year. Moore with the pitch, 4-2, strikeout chance. The 12 is too high. Kingdome adds 2 to walks, and that is all. Carew gets the swing 6-1, star 2, ground out to third. Next up will be the third baseman, Doug DeCinces, batted .244. He had 20 home runs in 85. Pitch from Moore, 3-4, strikeout chance. 3 is good. He got him. First strikeout from Moore and a 1-2-3 inning on the Angels. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the Angels in this game was not their ace, but a pretty good pitcher still. Kirk McCaskill, 12 wins, 12 losses, 4.70 ERA. He gets the call tonight. Historically, California won this game 3-1. Leading off for the Mariners, they pretty much have their main starting lineup up in this game. Here's Jack Berconti, batted .264 in 85. Mariners pretty much have their main lineup. Pitch from McCaskill, 3-3 against the lefty. That is a blank. Berconti will swing 3-4, star 5. That's a ground ball to third. And that is the first out. Next batter will be Phil Bradley. He is in left field for the game. Batted 326 homers for the M's that year. McCaskill with the pitch, 2-3 at the park. The Kingdome says 5-3. That is a blank, and we got a rare play. And let's see what rare play we get. That is an 11. And let's see, and hitter fouls one off of his foot. Injury check for the hitter. Ouch. So Bradley fouls it off. His injury rating is a 0. So let's see what we come up with. And that is a 3, and he is fine. He hops around a little bit, but he is okay. And he will stay, and he is a baseball player, so he will stay in there at bat. McCaskill will pitch again. That is a 3-4. That's a strikeout chance, and he gets Bradley on that one. So I guess Bradley with the hurt foot maybe took his mind off, but I understand that. Fouling a ball off your foot does hurt. I do know that because I used to play ball in high school. And that is the first strikeout for McCaskill. Here is Alvin Davis, first baseman. 287 average, 18 homers in 1985. 4-1 from McCaskill against the lefty. That is a walk chance, and the 10 is good. Davis will trot down to first base. A walk for Davis. Here is the designated hitter, Gorman Thomas, batted .215. He had 32 homers for the Mariners. 2 outs. Am I rolling a strat? Yeah, why not? And that is a 19. No bunt attempt by Gorman Thomas. So he will hit away. Pitch from McCaskill. That's a 5-1. Strikeout chance 20 is too high. Thomas gets to swing 4-3. He flies out the left, and that will end the inning. Nothing for the Mariners. No score after 1. Top of the second inning coming up. Leading off for the Angels will be Rupert Jones. He is the left fielder in this matchup. 231 average, 21 homers. Moore's pitch, 6-5 against the lefty. That is an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to right. And next up is the candy bar, Reggie Jackson. He is in right field for this game. 27 home runs in 85. Batted .252 as his best years were behind him, but he could still play a couple more years for the Angels. Pitch from Moore, 6-3 at the park. Kingdome, 5-6. That is a home run to the opposite field, and against the righty, that is a 20 is what he's got. That is a 17, and Reggie Jackson high, hits it deep, and hits it gone as he hits that over the left field fence. And Reggie Jackson makes me eat those words. I go ahead and say his best years are behind him, and Reggie Jackson clobbers a home run in the Kingdome, and it is 1-0 Halos. Every time I open my mouth, somehow the player does something right. Solo shot for Jackson. Here is the third baseman, Jack Howell. He only batted .197 in 85. Moore's pitch, 6-6. That's a blank. Howell will get to swing, 2-4, ground out to short. Second out. And here now is Rob Wilfong. Fong batted only .189 in 85. He did have 4 home runs. 2 outs, 3-6 from Moore. That's a strikeout chance, and the 11 is high. Wilfong gets to swing, 1-2. That's a star 2, and it's going to be a ground out to third. The Angels get 1 run on a solo jack by Jackson, and they lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the second. Batting for the M's will be Al Cowens. He is in right field for this matchup. 265 average, 14 homers. McCaskill's pitch, 2-3 at the park. Kingdome, 2-1. That's a ground out to first. As the Kingdome helps out the Angels, but doesn't help out their own team. 1 out. Here's third baseman Jim Presley. 275 average, 28 homers. McCaskill, 1-4, range play. Let's see where Presley hits it. 1-5. That's a star 6. It's a fly ball to center field. Gary Pettis is out there. His range is a 5. He's got it with no problem, and that's 2 outs. And that will bring up Dave Henderson. Henderson is in center field for the game today. 2 outs. McCaskill with the pitch. 6-2. Range play at the park. Kingdome 2-3. And another blank. We have another rare play. The range play is automatically called off. So now we go with the range. 2-4. And it says second baseman goes into the hole to make the play and hurts arm on the throw. Resolve play as a G4 range play. So first we check the range. So it's a grounder to second range play, which is Rob Wilfong. His range is a 5. And he makes the play. He throws to first, the side retired. Now we got to see him. And now it says check for injury. And his injury, and Rob Wilfong, his injury rating is a 3. I have a feeling he's going to be out for the game. And yeah, I do not have to even roll for that. He will be out for the game. And since we play as played lineups, it doesn't matter because we're playing as played. So if he was to play in the next game, he would be available. So he is done for the game, though. I do play game day injuries, but that's it. But Henderson is out. It is a ground out to second. And it is a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing for the Mariners after 2. Let's see. So Wilfong is done. He was at second base. So I got to bring in the second baseman with the most at bats. And that is going to be Bobby Grich. Bobby Grich will take over for Wilfong at second base as Wilfong is done for the game. But he's a baseball player. As we played as played lineups, he'll be back. Top of the third inning. And who leads off? We got Bob Boone leading off for the Halos. 248 average, 5 homers. Moore, 3-3, strikeout chance, 20 high. Boone will swing, 5-1, ground out to short. And that is the first out. And that will bring up Dick Schofield. Schofield batted .219. He did have 8 homers. 4-4, strikeout chance, 18 is high. Schofield will swing. 6-6, he flies out to left. And we go to the top of the order. Here is Pettis. He's 0 for 1. In this important game between the Angels and the Mariners. Poor pitch from Moore, 4-5 against a switch hitter who's from the left side. That is an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to center and a nice 1-2-3 inning for Moore. As we go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0. Angels originally won this game 3-1, and right now, and there were 21 hits and 3 errors in that game. So far, we only got the 1 hit. We'll see how long the pitcher's duel goes. So we're at the bottom of the third. Here's Bob Carney leading off for the Mariners. He is at catcher. 243, 6 homers. McCaskill's pitch, 1-3, error on a grounder. Carney will swing, 2-1. That is a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Schofield. His error rating is an 11. That's a 16. He's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Nice play by Schofield to avoid the error. Next up is the shortstop, Spike Owen. 259 average, 6 homers, 37 ribbies. Future Red Sox, of course, on the 86 Red Sox team. 2-2 from McCaskill. Strikeout chance, 9 is high. Owen will swing. That's a 3-2. He grounds out to second. That is the second out, and the next batter will be Jack Perconti. McCaskill with the pitch, 6-5. That's a walk chance. The 20 is too high. Perconti swings, 1-4, single into left field. That's a base hit for him. And that is the first hit off of McCaskill in this game. Perconti will trot down to first. Got some extra dice for me to roll just in case. So let's see. Perconti will be at first base, and here is Phil Bradley. Infield will be normal. Bradley struck out his last time up. Strat rolls as a 2. Perconti's got a good chance to steal. A 19 plus 1. A 4 minus 2 is a 2. That is good. 19 plus 1 is a 20. Let's see here. Boone is a minus 1. So a 1 to 19, Perconti steals. I'm going to do it. He's only thrown out at a 20, and that is a 1. And does Boone make an error? His error rating is 11. He does not make the error, so a bad throw. So, but Perconti is safe at second with a stolen base. He'll take that steal. He'll go to second. And now Bradley will run with a man on. And Perconti a good chance to get to third base on a steal attempt. In order to do that, though, pretty much has to roll a 1. Not this time. So McCaskill will pitch to Bradley. That is a 3-2. That's a blank. Bradley gets the swing. 4-6. And against a righty, that's a double into center field by Bradley. Stealing the base turns out to be a good move. Double to center. Perconti does come in to score. Bradley goes to second, and we're tied at 1. RBI double by Bradley. Nicely done with 2 outs. And here is Alvin Davis. Davis walked his last time up. Try a strat, see if anything comes up. That is a 5. Nothing happening. McCaskill will pitch. And that is a 4-4. That is a straight home run check. Davis against a right-hander is a 12. That's a 9. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone over the center field fence. It is out of here. Stadium cheers. Yay! An RBI double by Bradley, and then a 2-run jack by Alvin Davis. And the Mariners have taken the lead 3-1. They'll go check on McCaskill, see if he's all right. And now here is Gorman Thomas. Baseball Demos joins us here at the Kingdome. For those of you who are here that did not watch Baseball Demos' final episode of the Bird Replay, please check that out. And I will not, he had a couple of special announcements. I will not give them away. You must watch the video. McCaskill will pitch to Thomas. And that is a 5-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Thompson gets the swing, 4-3. That's a fly out to left. And that ends the inning. Good inning for the Mariners. 3 runs on 3 hits, a stolen base. At the end of 3, they lead 3-1. So no spoilers from me with Dave at Baseball Demos. Unless he wants to give it away, but I will let him make the call. Top of the 4th inning. Here is Rod Carew, one of my favorite players. And back in the day, I loved him as a kid. I did watch baseball in the mid to late 70s and 80s, of course. Best Jewish hitter in baseball history. With no disrespect to Greenberg, but he was. Carew, what was his lifetime batting average was 330, 340 something. Carew was just a beast. Let's see now if the Angels can recover after a tough inning. Moore will pitch. 3-4, strikeout chance. 12 is high. Carew gets the swing. 6-4, that's a ground out to second. That's the first out. Now we'll bring up Doug DeCinces. Pitch from Moore, 4-6, a blank. DeCinces swings 2-3. That is a ball hit into center field. And that is a 15 against a righty. It just misses. Oh, DeCinces misses a double just by a little much, and it's just going to be a fly out to center. He hit it pretty good, but Dave Henderson was on the run, and he makes the catch. 2 men down. Here is Rupert Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. Moore's pitch, 3-1, wild, ball 1. Next pitch again from Moore, 6-1 against the lefty. That is an automatic out. And it will be a star 6 fly ball to right and a 1-2-3 inning by Moore. And that is good if you're the Mariners. You don't want to give any runs back in the next half inning. Stays 3-1. Bottom of inning number 4. Here's Al Cowens. Cowens is 0 for 1. Pitch from McCaskill, 6-5. And that is going to be a walk chance. Cowens, that's a walk chance. That's a 13. That is high. That is high. Just beats it against a righty. 5 + 2 is 7. Cowens does get to swing 5-5, and he grounds it to short. For out number 1. Here's Jim Presley. Pitch from McCaskill, and that is a 6-6. It's a blank. Presley swings 1-6 against a righty. That is a ground ball to first. And Dave Henderson will come up and take a swing. McCaskill, 6-1, double question mark. Henderson is a right-hander. A 1-16 will be an automatic out. That is a 6. That's exactly what it's going to be. And, of course, I can't get dice into the hole. And that's going to be a 3. It'll be a ground out to short and a 1-2-3 inning for McCaskill. Got a good matchup going on so far. 3-1 in favor of the M's after 4. Oh, boy. Larry Harris joins us here at the Kingdome. Always a pleasure when he joins us for some baseball action. Top of the 5th, who leads off? This guy, Reggie Jackson. He hit a home run his last time up, so he's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch from Moore. Let's see if he learned how to pitch to him. 6-4, and 6-4 against the lefty. That is a strikeout chance. The 17 gets him. He strikes out the candy bar. That's out number 1. He gets Jackson on that. And here's Jack Howell. Moore's pitch, 6-4 again against the lefty. That's a strikeout chance. The 18 is too high this time. Howell does get to swing. 3-2. It's a fly ball to right field for out number 2. And now we'll see Bobby Grich, who took over second base for the injured Wilfong. And I did not change his stats. I will now. 3, 1 + 1, not a problem. I do game day injuries, but that's it because we're playing as played lineups. But there can be game day injuries. That's fine. 2 outs. Moore, well, I don't know why I'm rolling a strat. Rolling nobody on base. Bobby Grich, 242 average, 13 home runs. Moore's pitch, 5-1, strikeout chance, 6 gets him. A 1-2-3 inning for Moore. Cruising along halfway through this game already, 3-1 in favor of the M's. As we move through the 1985 season, every ball game is magnified. You could lose remember, you got to be in the top 3 to make the playoffs in each division. So one loss here can get you big difference between 3rd place and 4th place, not making the playoffs at all. 3rd place or 2nd place having to play a wild card series or a division series with a better record, and of course winning the division, which means you have home field at least. All right, for at least one of the rounds. Bottom of the 5th, who leads off? Oh yeah, Bob Carney will lead off for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1. McCaskill with the pitch, 3-2. That's a blank. Carney gets the swing, 1-4 against the righty, double right into center field. Nice shot there. Pettis will ground it and will throw it in, but Carney has a leadoff double. And the Mariners start off in business. The batter will be Spike Owen. Infield will stay normal. I actually should roll a strat, shouldn't I? We'll roll a strat, see what's up. Strat rolls as a 20. McCaskill turns around, throws to second, and Carney gets back. Now we'll do it again. McCaskill will pitch. That's a 5-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 5, he got him. He struck out Owen. And that is strikeout number 2 for McCaskill. He had 102 of them in 85. Next batter will be Jack Perconti. Perconti is a leadoff batter. He is 1 for 2. He singled and stole a base. Carney, 15, no play with a 15 strat roll. Infield is still normal. McCaskill will pitch. 3-3 against the lefty. That's a blank. Perconti, though, does get the swing. 4-6. It's a fly out to center. A base running rating of 2 for Carney. He has no chance to go to third. He'll stay there. 2 outs. And here comes Phil Bradley. Bradley is 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. Brought in a run. He has an RBI. Still rolling a strat. That says a 12. Nothing happening. McCaskill will pitch. That's a 4-3. Possible error. Bradley will swing. 3-2. That's a star 3. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Grich, who took over at shortstop. His error rating is a 1. That is an 8. It will not be an error. He throws to first to complete the play, and that ends the inning. McCaskill pitches himself out of a little jam there, but does the job. At the end of 5, there was, of course, so there was no runs. There was a hit. At the end of 5, still 3-1 Mariners. Top of the 6th inning. Keith White joins us here at the Kingdome. What is this project? It's my payoff pitch 85 season that I have now switched over to inside pitch. So it's now going to be inside pitch the rest of the way. It's the same project, just now using a different game engine. That's all, Keith. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1. And let's see, Bob Boone leads off for the Halos. He is 0 for 1. Moore's pitch, 4-6. That's a blank. Boone will swing, 5-6. That is a star 1. It's a ground out to second. That's the first out. And that will bring up Dick Schofield. Schofield is 0 for 1. Moore's pitch is a 2-6. That's a blank. Schofield gets the swing, 5-2. Line drive right to second, but caught. A nice play there by Perconti, out number 2. And here is Pettis. Pettis is 0 for 2. Pitch from Moore. That's a 3-4 strikeout chance. 13 got him. He struck him out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Moore. He had 155 strikeouts in 1985. He's a little below here in this game, but that's fine by him. It is a 1-2-3 inning and remains 3-1 Mariners. Bottom of the 6th. It will be Alvin Davis leading off for the M's. So I'm checking to see where the fatigue factor is. McCaskill will pitch to Davis. And that is a 3-6. That's at the park. Kingdome 3-1, single into right field. Base hit for Davis. He will go to first. Davis had a home run his last time up, so he is now 2 for 2. That will bring up Gorman Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2. Infield halfway. Let's see what the strat roll says, if anything. And that is a 3. Nothing happening. McCaskill will pitch. At the 1-1, that's a walk chance. That's good. That 12 is good. He gets him, and Thomas will walk. And now the Mariners are in business with runners at first and second. A chance now for Al Cowens. Still nobody out. They're going to talk to McCaskill. Angel bullpen getting ready. Runners at first and second. Cowens looking. Let's see if there's anything on the strat. That is a 15. Nothing happening. McCaskill will pitch. That's a 2-1. Strikeout chance. 20 is high. Cowens gets to swing. 5-4. Star 2. Ground out to second. Cowens' double play rating is a 4. +1 from midfield is a 5. McCaskill doesn't add anything. It's a grounder to second, so shortstop is Schofield. He adds 1, which is +6. So it's an automatic double play. Second to shortstop to first. Davis does go to third on the play, but there are now 2 outs. Cowens grounds out into the 4-6-3. Infield goes back to normal. Now it'll be up to Jim Presley to see if he can get Davis in. Strat roll says a 20. No pickoff on a runner on third. I've rarely ever seen it. Well, actually, we roll anyway because then it could be a pitch of the catcher and the catcher picks him off at third. We'll say it that way. That's a 13, no play. McCaskill pitches. The throw goes to third. Davis is back safely. I guess that's how you do it. I rarely ever see a pitcher picking off a runner on third, but I guess that has something to do with a balk. I'm not sure. McCaskill will pitch to Presley, and that is a 1-5 against a righty. That's an automatic out, and it will be a star 6, a fly out to center, and Presley can't bring him in. No runs and a hit for the Mariners. Still 3-1 after 6. Rapidly moving game here. Which is fine by me. Top of the 7th. Timeout on the field, though. All right. Robert, would you say that strat rolls are certain situations that cause a little conflict with more common sense actions? It seems like there is a little room for a few house rules. There are. I have a couple of house rules for inside pitch. One of them is pop outs. Is errors on a pop out. I use the pop out rule, the fly out error rule, where it's an error if it's an odd number underneath the error rating of the outfielder. I use the same thing on a pop fly rule for an infielder, except it's an even number because infielders usually don't drop pop fly balls. And if you're dropping pop flies, all right, if you're dropping pop fly balls, you're not going to make it in the big leagues for long. And strat roll sitting that cause a little conflict, more common sense. Yes, that's why the strat roll to me is a suggestion. So here's what it means. If a steal comes up, that means that the runner on first does have the jump, and I can send him to second if I want to. If a bunt situation is allowed, that tells me I can bunt if I want to, but I'll take a look at the situation of the score, who's on base, who's doing the bunting, what his average is, and I may still call it. Hit and run, same thing. But I do not do hit and runs with a runner on second at all or with 2 outs. However, if there's any pickoff rule, if there's any pickoff information on a pitcher, you should always roll a strat if there's a runner on base at all. It's not, I mean, some people play it hard and fast, and that's fine. If a steal comes up and the base and the runner on first has like a 15% chance to steal, go ahead. I just don't think that makes sense. The strat rule does allow certain situations. All it does is the strat rule tells me the play is available if I want to do it. Top of the seventh. Let's see here. Angels are batting, aren't they? Yes. And it is Rod Carew leading off for the Angels. Mike Moore, still very strong right now. Let's see how long it goes. Moore will pitch 5-6. Strikeout chance 12 is high. Carew will swing 1-1 against the righty. Leadoff double into right field. Carew finally gets into the hit column, and he will hold at second, leadoff runner on for the Angels. Here's Doug DeCinces. Infield is normal. Strat roll says a 9, nothing available. Moore will go ahead and pitch. That's a 1-3 wild pitch. That's 5 is good. It goes to the backstop. Moore throws a wild pitch, and Carew will go to third. Mike Moore throws one to the back, and now the Angels have a big run at third base instead. And the Mariners are going to play for the out. Actually, they're going to play the infield halfway. Base running rating of 4. That's right on there too. I might have to roll. If you give one of us a choice occasion, ends up being a mistake, can we get fired? Yeah, right. Let's see what happens. I'm going to call the infield halfway to maybe get Carew out. We'll see where the ball goes. But I got to roll strat again, and this time it's an 8, nothing happening. Moore will pitch 5-3. That's a strikeout chance. 18 is high. DeCinces swings 1-4. That's a ground ball to short. Rod Carew's base running rating of 4. The infield is halfway, so Rod Carew is a -1. I'm going to roll a die to see if he goes. A 1-3 he does. 4-6 he holds. He holds. The throw will go to first. That's the first out. That's out number 1, and here is Rupert Jones. 1 out. The infield will stay halfway. Got fired by a DJ once. I'm sure he did. 1 out. Rod Carew. Infield is going to be halfway. Carew will go on contact this time. I'm going to automatically call that. Here is Jones. Jones is 0 for 2. Strat roll says a 7, and that is no play. Moore will pitch. That's a 4-3 range play. Jones gets the swing, 4-4. That's a single into center field, but the ball, it's a range play. Dave Henderson has a chance to make the play. A 1-3, he makes it. No, he does not. That will be a base hit for Rupert Jones. That will score Carew. He comes in, and it's now 3-2. Base hit by Jones. An RBI single. Next up is Reggie Jackson. Timeout as I check something real quick. All right. So, runner at first, Reggie Jackson is 1 for 2. He already has a home run. Captain Carl 8 joins us here at the Kingdome. Only if you allow a pitcher to stay too long to the 7th game of a playoff series. 1 out. The infield is halfway automatically. That is a 17. Nothing going on. Moore will pitch 4-5 against the lefty. That's an automatic out. It's going to be a star 3 and a ground out to short. Jackson's double play rating is a 3, nothing for more. +1 is a 4 for infield halfway. And that is a ground out to short. So second baseman Perconti has no adjustment. So a 1-4, they turn the double play, and they don't. Jones is thrown out at second. Jackson safe at first. There are 2 outs. And that could be a big play if they didn't turn 2. So that is a fielder's choice. And here is Jack Howell. Infield now normal. 15, nothing on the strat. Here's the pitch to Moore. 6-3, that's at the park. The Kingdome says 2-5. That's a fly out to left, and the inning is over. Not a bad inning for the Angels. They get 1 run on 2 hits, a wild pitch. We are at the 7th inning stretch. 3-2 Mariners. Sing your take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. What's coming up on Inside Pitch? Well, tomorrow on the 1995 One and Gone, it will be game number 17. The Colorado Rockies taking on the California Angels. It's going to be Bill Swift versus Chuck Finley. Of course, I know Steeler fan does not want to hear the name Bill Swift, and he knows why. But it's not the pitching matchup that gets it. It's the lineups that both those teams have. Colorado at California is going to be really exciting. And on the 1985 season replay, what we got next? We stay in the American League as the Chicago White Sox will take on the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow night. In a big game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the White Sox as they get closer and closer to the pennant race. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Mariners. Kirk McCaskill, this will probably be his last inning. Dave Henderson leads off for the M's. And that is a 3-4 from McCaskill. Strikeout chance. The 14 is high. Henderson gets the swing. 5-4. That's a fly out to left. And that is out number 1. And we'll have Bob Carney come up to bat. Carney is 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. McCaskill 6-1, double question mark. And against a right-hander, 1-16 is an automatic out. That is a 1. That's not a problem. It'll be a ground out to star 3. It'll be a ground out to short. And that is out number 2. Here's Spike Owen. McCaskill looking in on Owen. Let's see what he's got. McCaskill's pitch, 1-2. That's a blank. Owen gets the swing. That's a 2-5, and it's a single right past first. It's a base hit for Owen. 2-out single for him. And now the batter is Jack Perconti. And now McCaskill is tired, and that will be it for him as the Angels are going to the pen. So let's see who they want to bring up to pitch. Let's see who the Angels want. Got a lefty on the mound, so you probably want to bring a left-hander in. Coming on to pitch for the Angels will be Al Holland. 1 win, 5 losses, 5 saves, a 2.90 ERA. Yes, I know Holland's in a Pittsburgh uniform, but he was traded to the Angels late that year. Al Holland will pitch to Perconti. As a matter of fact, I actually don't mind when I have the different colors. It makes the game more colorful. Holland will pitch to Perconti. There are 2 outs. Owen on at first. Strat rolls says a 14, nothing happening. Holland will pitch. And that's a 1-3. That's a strikeout chance. 20 is high. Perconti swings 2-6, ground out to short, and the inning ends there. We got a good game going on. Anything is possible here. It's still 3-2 M's. And you know how these games can go. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Angels will be Bobby Grich, who came in for Wilfong. Grich is 0 for 1 since the replacement. Moore still has a few batters he can face. He'll stay out there a little while longer. Here's the pitch from Moore. 3-6 strikeout chance. 18 is high. Grich will swing 4-2. Line drive right to second. Out number 1. One man down here is Bob Boone. Moore will pitch. That's a 2-3. That's an error on a throw. Boone gets the swing, 2-4, and it's a popped it up in the infield. That's going to be a pop out to second. That's out number 2. There is no throwing error, obviously. And now Dick Schofield. Schofield is also 0 for 2. Moore will pitch. And that's a 3-2 strikeout chance. 8 is got him. Moore struck him out. That's strikeout number 3. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Angels. Still 3-2 Mariners. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up. Phil Bradley will lead off. And we're going to see, let's see, we got right, left, right. Holland's going to come out for the Angels. We'll see a new pitcher for them. They'll probably bring in a right-hander this time. And coming on to pitch for the Angels will be Donnie Moore. 8 wins, 8 losses, 31 saves, a 1.92 ERA. Moore's job is simple. Keep it a 3-2 game to get it to the 9th. Donnie Moore now comes up. And here's the pitch. And that is a 2-5 range play at the park. Kingdome says 1-1. Star 5. That's a fly ball to center field. Gary Pettis is over there. His range is a 5, and he's got it. Out number 1. Nice play by Gary Pettis. Next up is Alvin Davis. Remember, we have 10-minute ticker after the game. Donnie Moore will pitch to Davis. Moore, that's a 1-5. That's a blank. Davis will swing 6-6. Star 6, fly out to right field. That's the second out. And now here's Gorman Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2, but he walked his last time up. Pitch from Moore. 5-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 20 is high. Thomas gets the swing. 2-6. He flies out to center. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Moore as he does what he was supposed to do. Three up, 3 down. 3-2 Mariners. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Gary Pettis leads off for the Halos. And I think the Mariners will go to the bench. Mike Moore has done a great job. They're going to go to the closer for the Mariners and try to get this game done. And that closer is Edwin Nunez, or just Edwin Nunez. 7 wins, 3 losses, 16 saves. A 3.09 ERA. Nunez will try to close this game out here in the top of the 9th inning. Gary Pettis will bat against him with a .257 average. Here's the pitch. Nunez, 6-6. That's a walk chance. The 16 is too high, barely. Pettis is a 13, plus 2 from the Kingdome is a 15. That's a 16. Pettis doesn't walk, but he does get the swing. And that's a 2-4. And against the right-hander, that's a fly out to center. And that is out number 1. Here's Rod Carew. He'll bat. You said Bill Swift, and I immediately burned Bill Swift as soon as you did. I'm like hearing that in my daughter, and I started laughing. Yeah, I had a feeling you might have an issue with that. Daniel McCord joins us here at the Kingdome. 1 away. Nunez will pitch. 3-2 against the lefty. That's a walk plus 10. And that 14 is good. Carew trots to first. And the tying run is on. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 9th inning on RJL 518? Carew on at first. He's the tying run. Infield goes to halfway. Doug DeCinces is the batter. He's 0 for 3. I'm going to check the Angel bench and see if I can make a change, and I will. DeCinces is going to come out. He is the designated hitter, as a matter of fact. DeCinces was the DH. So I can, and it is the 9th inning, so I can bring in anybody I want. And it's going to be Juan Beniquez, who bat 304. In 1985. Juan Beniquez will go up against Nunez now with a runner on first. Checking a strat, and that I am rolling a strat. That's a 9, nothing happening. Nunez will pitch to Beniquez, and that's a 4-4. That's a walk chance. The 14 is high. Beniquez gets the swing. 6-1. Line drive right to first. It's a line drive to first. And in order to get, and Carew, and on a 1-4, Carew is doubled off. He's doubled off. It's a line drive to Davis. Davis dives to the bag. He gets Carew out. That's your game. Mariners win 3-2 on an L3 unassisted double play. What a way to end the game. A line drive to first by Beniquez. And a great play by Alvin Davis, who snares it and dives to the bag and doubles off Rod Carew. That's your game. Mariners win tonight 3-2. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming up, as well as the final line score. Pretty good, not a bad pitcher's duel, actually. For the Mariners, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. For the Angels, 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Mike Moore picks up the win. Kirk McCaskill takes a tough loss. Ed Nunez does get the save. So that does it here from the Kingdome. 10-minute ticker coming up. Don't go away. Timeout. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't like the name Bill Swift. I knew you wouldn't like that. And for those of you who don't know why Steeler fan doesn't like Bill Swift, I will direct you to my 1994 payoff pitch season restart, the National League wild card playoff between the Giants and the Astros. Might want to check it out if you have not looked at it. It was a very special rolled game. So Seattle beats California 3-2. That was actually the first game of a doubleheader, so of that date. But let's see how the rest of the league goes. Cleveland at Baltimore. That's a win for the Indians, 5-4. Kansas City taking on Boston. That's a win for the Royals, 6-1 on the Red Sox. New York Yankees at Chicago White Sox. That's a 9. White Sox win that one, 7-4. Detroit taking on Milwaukee. That's an 8. A win for the Brewers, 7-0. Oakland and Minnesota played a doubleheader. And it's Minnesota that wins game 1, 9-8. And they'll also win game 2, 2-0. So they take two big games against Oakland, and remember, the A's are chasing the Twins for the division. California at Seattle, second game of the doubleheader. The Angels will win that one 9-7. Toronto taking on Texas. That's a 6. A win for the Blue Jays, 9-4, as Toronto is now beginning to pull away even further in the American League East. Montreal taking on the Cubs. That's a 6. Expos win 9-4. Atlanta taking on the Dodgers. The Dodgers win 6-5. Philadelphia taking on my Mets. That's a 4. The Phillies win that one 6-3. My Mets, I'll tell you the truth, really, the 10-minute ticker hasn't really been that kind for them. They're playing average baseball. Cincinnati taking on San Diego. That's a 6. Reds win that one 7-4. Houston taking on San Francisco. Will this be a win for Steeler fans? Astros, it's a 5. Yes. 1-0 on the Giants. We now move on to August 15th. Texas at Baltimore. That's a 9. Orioles win 6-1. Cleveland taking on Detroit. That's a 7. Tigers win 10-9. Chicago White Sox taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. That's a 7. A win for the White Sox, 6-1. As Steeler fans' daughter Liz Lee says, Astros win. Seattle taking on Minnesota. That's a 6. A win for the Mariners, 5-1 over the Twins. Montreal taking on the Cubs. That's a 7. Expos win 6-5. The Expos pretty much are going to wrap up that National League East probably in early September. Atlanta taking on the Dodgers. That's a 6. Dodgers win 9-3. Philadelphia again taking on the Mets. That's a 10. Mets get the win, 5-0. About time we win a ball game. Cincinnati at San Diego. That's a 9. A win for the Padres, 9-2. Houston taking on San Francisco. For Steeler fan and Liz Lee, do the Astros win the game? It's a 7. Yes, they do, 9-1. Pittsburgh taking on St. Louis in a doubleheader. The first game goes to the Pirates, 7-4. The second game goes to the Cardinals, 6-0. And that does it for the 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. So tomorrow on Inside Pitch, 1995 One and Gone, we've got the Rockies and the Angels. And tomorrow on Inside Pitch 1985, we will have the Chicago White Sox taking on the Milwaukee Brewers and another important game in the American League. As we get closer and closer, we are only one simulated month away from the pennant race. So we will see what happens there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it for tonight. Leslie, Steeler fan, Cody Travis, Keith White, Daniel McCord, Captain Carl 8. Let's see here. Bears Den 007. Larry Harris, Baseball Demos. Thank you all for joining me. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not. I would appreciate it, as well as my friends would. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We will see you guys tomorrow. Mariners, or I should say M's over the Halos, 3-2. See you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone.